and we are straight into the picks and bans. No, it's not what you're looking at right now. It's going to refresh in just a second. So here we go. I was gonna welcome you to the stream
Oh, no, no,
tonight.
no need. You've really introduced me. I'm sure the people are tired of my voice already, you know, the standard things. So we are into the bigger bands.
We just see bands we've seen before, pretty much. We see the Zinza, we see the Ezreal, we see the Kalista, the Rakan. Kindred is one band that we did not see last
Kindred?
time.
Maybe they're not really, you know, up to play against the Kindred, but I suppose Kindred could be coming back into, you know, with the new runes and how it's, I don't know, you never know what's going to happen. And I have seen some very strong Kindreds going into this. But Azir, that's a very strong pick right there, and Alistair. So, like we mentioned before, this could be the conventional picks and bans.
So we do see Azir in the mid lane for Panathinaikos Esports, and we're about to see the bot lane. Here we go. The Misfortune is slowly but surely going to get locked in. No, it's going to be the Kassadin once again.
Kassadin versus Azir. Well, this is bringing back memories right here.
Exactly. We have seen how well Kassadin works after 6 versus the Azir. Before 6, he does suffer a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, he suffers a lot against Dizzy in the early game, just a lot of damage, especially Braum. So have we predicted all of this? Sounds like we have before.
I think we kind of have. Well, it's kind of a known, you're either going to go for the very protective support versus the Alistar, or you are going to go beefy support versus beefy support, let's say, and they did choose to go with the more tanky front line, which Braum is. And here we might see the Kleptomancy Gangplank in the top lane. Talk to me a little about that, because I know you
I
have
am
a big opinion about this.
but very happy that we finally got to get to see a Gangplank in the top lane. That Kleptomancy, he does so much damage on his Q, he gets so much gold. We've talked about this before, but now it's Gangplank, so you get this late game extremely, I don't know, you know, you're popping off barrels that do 1,000 damage in the late game, but you're going to get that now in the early game because you're getting an extra 1,000 gold by like 10 minutes or so. So it's very scary to see that pick. But, you know, against quite a tanky, you know, Alistair, Kassadin, and Tristana, it's conventional. I haven't really seen it picked into this before, so it's going to be interesting just to see. But Tristana is a very conventional pickup for AD carry, especially in the current meta.
Okay, so
You
we
see
do see the Tristana locked in as well. We didn't see, I think, at all Tristana last week. And here they're going to go ahead and ban the Misfortune. That red band that we see down there on the right, I caught a glimpse, and it is a Misfortune, which kind of makes sense because you don't really want to pair all these front line that Braum gives you with a Misfortune that can sit on the back and is super, super strong in the early game. On the other side, Panathinaikos is going to go ahead and ban the Rek'Sai for Team Plague Black. And let's see what the two last bans will be. What do we expect to see? I mean, Rengar is still open, Kha'Zix is still open, and then we have the Varus, which proved to be a really strong ADC last week, so this stuff is all open.
Well, like I said, the assassins are open, but I don't know how they are going to go for conventional Narban. So I'm glad that's finally off the table because letting them get, you know, I don't think they wanted to really risk it with the Gangplank mid, so they're just going to get rid of Nar and Elise. So they've actually left in the assassins in the pool. They could be setting up to play them, but they've also handed over, you know, one of the others.
Oh boy.
No, no, no.
Oh, it
Dear.
is the lock-in on the Aatrox. We are going to see that Aatrox most likely, I don't know, in the jungle?
Totally fangirling right here. The inside of me seeing Aatrox pick. Jace, we spoke about this a lot actually off cam, and like Jace is a very strong top laner if you can utilize him very well. And looking at the comp right now, Azia's gonna. It's just kind of weird to
Wait,
see.
so it could be Gangplank mid or Jace top or vice versa as well.
Azir where?
Oh, wait. What is going on here? Who
That's exactly
is
what
the
I'm looking at.
jungler? We are
Jungler
going crazy
Braum?
and we haven't even started.
I'm already crazy. I don't know what you're talking about that, but But if we look to the right, we kind of see a little bit more sanity as you see Alistair, Cassidy, Tristana, Aatrox, Hecarim. That's
Oh
one
my
of the
god.
great compositions right there.
I see a death drop on the side of Team Plague Black. I'm not gonna lie to you, that team is basically a peak comp. Whoever they catch in the hands, this person is just going to go boom, pretty much. I am so interested to see who
Who's
Team
playing where?
Panathinaikos is going to put in the jungle. What is going on with that composition?
Um, that's a really tough one to say because if you're going in terms of off-meta picks, you could even throw Jace in the jungle. You could even throw Gangplank in the jungle. You don't know what to really expect going into this. So I'm not going to say anything yet because there's an Aatrox for me to talk about, especially. So going to be, the Hecarim's going to be doing his usual stuff, but I'm just very excited for this match. It's just crazy right off the bat. We haven't even got into the game yet.
Okay, so it is going to get clear once we have actually moved into the game, and I
Yes.
am going to move you to see beautiful faces once more. So, what do we expect to see really? Like, how do you think that Aatrox works in the top lane, and is he equally strong as that Gangplank that's going to buy Matt's faster items, of course, because of his passive, and now because of the new runes added into the game, which obviously he's going to go Kleptomancy, but we might also see the Jace in the top lane. So how do you think this matchup is going to work out?
Um, well, it could go either way. Just put it right there. It all depends on the first about 3 minutes or so with that matchup. Aatrox can, if they are going to pick Aatrox, Aatrox is a very dominating pick early game against Gangplank. He has his sustain, he has his range, he has his damage. But picking him into it is kind of like expecting him just to play safe till Gangplank gets to level 6 or 7 or so, until he starts, popping off the barrels and doing the damage. But if it's against a Jace, Aatrox is going to have a really hard time just right there. He's going to be struggling in the top lane. So we're going to have to see what's actually going on once we get into the game, to see the style of the players. But it's going to be a brawl.
Okay,
Putting
so
it
it's
right up
not going to be a Gangplank for the side of Panathinaikos. It is going to be the Javan in the jungle. And the Gangplank is on the other side.
That is a saving grace.
So
That's a weird
unfortunately for
one.
you, there's not going to be no Aatrox.
It's you know what? The teams do this on purpose.
They just
I'm
want to get
telling
you.
you now.
It's on purpose just to get you excited because you love Aatrox so much and you want to see him in action. Same as I love Katarina and I want to see her in action, which hopefully I will, because you know what?
Oh no, I'm actually
It's an
perfectly
assassin
happy to
patch.
see. Yeah, I'm happy to see Gangplank though. That's enough for me, especially going into this. But Gangplank versus Jace, that's a weird matchup. It's going to be painful both sides. So we're gonna have to see how the actual team gets into the style of things.
So, right now we do have both the bot lanes running Ignite, and of course we have the Kassadin for the side of Team Plague Black with the teleport, and the Azir running for the heals with the heal, because how are you going to get away from that Kassadin after 6 if you don't have a heal? You don't really want to lose your life that early to him.
Wait for him to run out of mana and hope that he
That
doesn't continue chasing you.
could be an idea, but I don't think the teams are going to listen to you.
No, definitely not, especially just looking at how this draft phase went. I do think it's going to be, looking at the team comp, they're going to be waiting for that late game, especially with Gangplank, Tristana. Cassidy, he's not too powerful early game, like you mentioned. And Hecarim, he could be making early plays and helping out, but a lot of that's going to be moved over to the late game. Whereas, Lucian and Braum is a pain for bot lane for anybody. So I don't know. I'm happy to see, Gangplank come out to this. I'm happy to see Jace once again, and we see the conventional picks. And there's the Lucian I wanted to see also, but it's not going to be an army.
Oh,
So
I wanted to hit you on that because we know that the Lucian Brom lane is such a killer lane. That passive that Lucian has pops the Brom passive twice as fast than any other ADC in the game. But how really easy is it to pick a fight with an Alistar Tristana lane? I don't really know that it's going to be
That's the
that
thing.
easy. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and find out probably, because as easy as it is for a Lucian to be juking around with his E and all that, you do have a Hecarim and you do have a Kassadin, and there is an Alistar that's going to be chasing you down. So good luck. You only have one E. Good luck dodging any of these abilities.
Well, like
Getting
Alistar
thrown
can
your
just
way.
bait it out. You can bait it out, and then once you knocked up, there's not too much you're gonna do. So
Exactly.
it's kind of like, but then they do have a return pick. Jarvan with the CC and his abilities, he can get some revenge in the bot lane if he's there at the right time. So it depends how the team coordination is going to come into this, or how, Braum is a strong pick right there. Braum can make or break team fights or engages or disengages. Whereas if we look on the other side, they have Alistar, but he's like doesn't have an ultimate ability to just disengage a fight. So it's kind of going to be one of those, they don't want to get into a full team fight. They're playing very pick orientated. So I don't know. I'm very excited. I just can't wait to see this Gangplank in action.
We only
And
have
all the teams.
we only have a few seconds left before we actually jump into the game. And I'm gonna always be asking the same question before we jump into the Rift. Who do you give the early game pressure to, and why?
I'm gonna give it straight over to that extremely strong bot lane comp with Lucian and Braum early on. I think they're just gonna be doing, the combos, getting out some damage, proccing off some passives, and it's gonna be painful to deal with. And then they have the Jarvan to back it up. So definitely gonna be going towards that side.
All right then. So which
I'm
team do
stuck
you
on a
put
black
your
screen.
vote on?
For the whole map, I'm gonna go with Team Plague Black.
You're gonna go with Team Plague Black. Well,
Yep.
I'm gonna be siding with the side of Panathinaikos. Obviously,
I saw that coming.
all this is between like a funny manner. We don't really side with any team. We just put our chips onto somewhere, so it makes it even more fun for us to cast a game.
I
and
just
see in
personally,
the end
I just went
who
against you.
wins. Yeah, exactly. Last week, I think you got me there.
Yeah, but that game was it could have gone either way.
It could have gone either way. It was
one monster
crazy,
again.
crazy. When you have a team that's 10k behind that ends up winning it all, whew, okay.
Yeah, that happened. So could we see it again? Possibly. Will we see it again? It really depends.
And I think we have slowly but surely walked into our game. So here we go. I'm gonna be adding it quickly, as you all know it, the teams up on the top left and right, so you guys know which teams are playing. And here we go. This is the start of the game, and we do have Panathinaikos Esports with a slight stuck of the client, like always.
That's just right greeting us.
Yeah, they just tried to invade right there, and I think that nobody can hear the game. So, you know what? I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna get the game sounds much higher. There we go.
Oh, why not? You want to hear the action. You want to hear, Lucian proccing off his passive right there. You're going to hear him, dashing around, especially with the Jace firing off, You definitely want those sound effects.
For some reason, I was having a lot of trouble. I don't know what I'm doing in the client right now. I'm trying to change that Lucian, and he's going wherever he pleases. He's basically like a Mundo right now in my hands.
Maybe he's just eating around already.
Could be. Okay, so we do have pretty much mirroring start for the junglers. They're both gonna start on the bottom side of the maps. The Hecarim is gonna take the blue buff with the help of his bot lane, respectively the Jarvan, his red buff, I'm sorry, as well. And let's see if we're gonna see anything explosive super early game.
Oh, you want to be keeping your eyes close on the bot lane, because like we said earlier on, that can be quite an impactful pick in the early game, but it's probably just going to turn into the usual farming lane, especially with Tristana. They want to start building on the late game stuff quite early on.
So we do see a very early invade right there by the Javan, and the Hecarim opted to clear the whole side of his blue jungle first, and that has costed him so far because the Javan is stealing everything from his jungle. And right now we're gonna see they are going to meet while Javan is trying to clean the raids right there. But the Hecarim is level 3 and the Javan is still level 2, so we are going to have a small fight right here about the big raid. The Hecarim is trying to push away the Javan. Is like, no, that's mine. The Javan doesn't have a smite. Hecarim doesn't either. Javan is going to get, oh my god, flash for flash, and Hecarim is going to be going down. First blood for Panathinaikos. Esports, the Azir, was much faster since he had pushed that wave onto Kassadin's tower, which is the pressure. Kassadin is underneath every start of early game.
Well, he's early game orientated. Like you're Jarvan, you don't want to start taking those fights. You should just given up the raid. Don't fight over it. Just move on to the next jungle. But yeah, like you said, the clearing times really affected that fight, and that gave away first blood right there. And that's a very big pickup. Like that can make or break this early game right now. So since Hecarim's now going to be running around, you see him now clearing the top side.
Look at that. That's really sad. He just has a medium golem left. He actually got half of his jungle clear right there, and now his jungle is empty and clean. And where is he gonna opt to go? He's most likely gonna go. They are pinging. Team Panathinaikos is pinging the bot side river. It's like they know where Hecarim is gonna be moving towards next, while the Javan is happily going towards his blue buff. And we are going to be seeing the invade, but it is warded by the Azir.
Like that's just knowing exactly where they are. He says, well, I've cleared his jungle. The only place he's going to be going is red side because I'm currently going towards blue side. So they just played that one very smart. And you see bot lane, it's going to be just, you know, the two supports going at each other and the usual lane. Once again.
Okay, Hecarim is going to be trying to run away. QE for the Javan, and he is chasing. He might be able to get away. He does get away, but now Kassadin is in trouble. There is no Reef Walk. There is a flash on him. Let's see if he's going to opt to use it. Flag and Drag will be up off of cooldown soon. It's going to be popped. Flash from the Flag and Drag from the Kassadin. Turns around on the Javan. Really low. All of them are so low. Look at all their health popping. Red.
But you don't want to take the risk. Go get away, get back. You don't want to start getting, you know, throwing away more advantage because Hecarim was caught off guard and he managed to get out. That's good enough in terms of that. So you want to just get out, get back to lane. Kassadin almost got caught out, but luckily just stays alive. So once you see them hitting level 6, it's definitely going to be a little bit more painful engages than that. People aren't going to be simply walking away. So
well,
bot lane Tristana was caught off. Well, yeah, definitely. And Tristana, she was walking around the wrong way. It seems there's a little bit of mechanical errors and calling up. But just look at this Azir doing so much damage under tower to the Kassadin, who has just been, you know,
dangerous stuff.
You should just be recalling at this point. You don't want to give over another kill to the team, and especially against Azir, who can do that burst damage under tower without really being affected. So you want to back off right there. And the bot lane's been, you know, casually farming on along. Let's have a look at the farm so long. So just looking at the top lane,
it's having a lot of trouble. I mean, we are. Oh, here we have the Hecarim. He's gonna get onto the Azir. The Azir has no flash. Is he dead to right? The Gaston is gonna come close, but he doesn't want to get close enough. Hecarim is going to be getting that kill on the 6th minute on the Azir. 1 for 1, the teams right now, and we were talking about top lane farm, but here's where we got.
Well, like that's great from Hecarim coming in at the perfect time. Kassadin did play risky. He was showing up, and you know you could have been turned on, but you know look at top lane. Look how far Gangplank's pushed under tower. He can't really make a move. He hasn't hit level 6 yet, so he's getting forced away from this tower. He is staying up, but Jace is going to try to dive him. He is going to take him down eventually, and is just going to walk away. And there's no response. Hecarim's now clearing around by his blue side because he's a little bit behind. He did manage to pick up one, but
he's going to meet a Javan.
This is just completely unlucky. Luckily, it's not a level 6 Javan. He's just going to spot him out. He's pinging for assistance. They're staring at each other, and he's like, please, just let me have my blue buff. Please, dude. Come on. And bot lane was making them move up there to assist him, but Braum just, you know, was like, no, you're not leaving this lane. So this should be the blue buff going safely over to Kassadin.
Well, Javan is playing very, very aggressively this game. The blue buff is indeed going to go to the Kassadin, which is a very, very early blue buff. I mean, the Hecarim is still level 5. He did miss a lot of his jungle, though, so that might be the reason why. There is a pink ward at his red buff, you know, just in case that one gets stolen too. We have an engage on the Lucian. And we do have a stun onto the Braum as well. Back and forth. The Alistar is going low. Ignite is going to be popped on the Braum, but they have to back off. Flash from the Alistar. Flag and drag from the Javan. And we have the Azir in the top lane. Down goes the Gangplank. Down goes the Alistar as well. 2 kills at the same time for Panathinaikos Esports. 2-0 on that Jace.
That was a perfect way to play it. That's like textbook, by the way. They pushed him. They managed to get the advantage at top, and they managed to get a nice 2v1 going. Their Hecarim, you know, wasn't around. He was caught in the bot lane. And then, you know, making the move in bot lane same time as top lane just causes so much confusion, and you can't really help each other out because you're all having problems. And now you see Kassadin is just going to be doing some vision clearing here with the red buff. And that's, I have to feel sorry for Hecarim because his jungle's been invaded by not only the Jarvan, but, you know, Azir's starting to ward all over the place and get some information for him. Meanwhile, Kassadin's been pushed under tower most of the time.
And look at all that vision PLG is trying to put into their own jungle because Javan has been all over it again and again and again. Look at that Braum trying to gank the Kassadin, but how do you really gank the Kassadin? Alistar is coming also. I think they have smelled that something is going on. I mean, here goes the Azir is going to engage the Kassadin, but not much is going to be happening to that HP of the Kassadin. I mean, he does have the Q after all and the shield, so
he's got a blue buff and he's got his ultimate, so he's going to be pretty happy, you know, to take these engages, throw out the silence, do some damage, and you know you can easily get away if you must. Top lane's starting to, you know, push out. Gangplank is doing a little bit more damage now, and bot lane we're starting to see, you know, Braum is actually really making a bit of an impact, just showing him his face around, you know, showing like, hey, I can slow you too, you know, especially with AD carry like Lucian, as you mentioned earlier.
Oh, here comes the jungle ultimate. Is going to be popped, but both the junglers are there. Hecarim is going to engage onto the Jace. Now he's going to be running for the heals. Oh my god, Shock Blast is going to be landing on the Hecarim. Lucian is going down as well. Woo! What is going on?
Tristana just, you know, Tristana even went for that one perfectly, and then she goes for Braum afterwards. But look how far this lane's been pushing, especially look at the top lane. They're just keeping this Gangplank under tower, and all he wants to do is farm and, you know, get to, you know, a certain level. But they do know that he used his ultimate top, so Jarvan is going to be staying around just a little bit longer with Jace, just to see if they can start making a bit more player. Meanwhile, this poor Braum in bot lane is just being, you know, hammer down
They are chasing the Gangplank in the top lane as well. I don't think Javan will be able to get him, no. And first blood tower goes to Team Plague Black. I think that was like milliseconds of both the towers dropping right there.
They didn't get the first blood tower, but it was, you know, returned perfectly. The bot lane was so far pushed, Lucian couldn't get back to lane, and poor Braum was stuck there under the tower trying to defend it with not much to do.
Oh,
and you see in the mid now,
lane.
Here comes Hecarim. He's just going to be playing. He's going to be speeding up. Azir's going to use the perfect ultimate and just throw them both away. This should be the disengage. But he's actually sticking around, knowing full well that Kassadin can jump at any moment at him.
Alright, Hecarim now is in the jungle of the Javan. Let's see if he's going to find anything more in than the race. The Braum is going to spot him out and pick him on the mark for the rest of his team, and the Javan is going to be giving probably the blue buff to the Azir. There we go. Like we said, the blue buff is going to be going to the Azir, and the Braum is perfectly going to stop the back of the Kassadin and delay him a little bit more, returning to his lane. That's right now. Oh, the TP is going to be coming down from the Kassadin as the middle tower is under attack. The Javan is lurking on the side, and the bot lane for PLG is coming to the mid lane as well. They have been called to arms. They don't want the mid lane tower going down. Only Braum is in the mid lane to assist the Azir. They're going to be engaging onto the Azir. He's going to flash away. Heal is going to be popped. Tristana is there. She's going to get exhausted. The bomb is onto the Azir. He's going to be going down to the Alistar. Javan flag and drag into the Tristana. Tristana is going to be flashing away. Javan is going to be flashing against her, but she's going to jump away. Hecarim is joining the fight, and Kassadin gets his first kill of the game. 2-0 for PLG in this mid lane fight, and only Braum left in the mid lane to defend.
Well, poor Braum has been left alone trying to defend these towers, especially in the bot lane, now in the mid lane. So it's going to be a tough one. They are already, as you can see, sticking as a team, making these plays and playing straight for the objectives. Meanwhile, you know,
oh,
they're
Jeff's gonna
just
be
able to keep
diving
this...
the gangplank, and down he goes. Oh my god, you said how dangerous it could go for any of the two top laners, but right now we're seeing the Jace dominating 4-0, and he is about 30 CS up on that gangplank.
Well, like, that's the thing. The Kleptomancy runes work well if you kind of even a lane, but when you're getting pushed this hard and, you know, have 3 deaths against a 4-0 Jace, it's very, very hard to come back. Especially now you can't even really use your Kleptomancy because Jace just does so much damage. But look at this action in the mid lane.
4 members of Panathinaikos Esports are knocking on the front middle door of PLG. That Jace is not moving anytime soon from the top lane either, but Hecarim is going super fast towards his way. Gangplank ultimate is gonna be popped, he's gonna be pushed away, but Hecarim is gonna ult him and shut down for that pony. Meanwhile, Panathinaikos Esports is gonna take down the mid lane tower. So
Well, look at him moving towards the Drake right now as a perfect play in. Right now as in response. They know that, you know, the Gangplank now has, you know, pushed out and they know they got a kill in the top lane, but they don't have too much vision around there. There's one ward hanging around there, but look at this Azir tower in the mid, just being, you know, the usual annoying Azir tower.
So that was basically 2 objective towers for POW and only 1 kill for PLG. So objective-wise, we will give that win to Panathinaikos Esports. But let's see what else is on the map to take right now. For Panathinaikos Esports, there is the bot lane tower and the Herald. And so is the Herald for PLG as well, and the top lane tower for them. So this is why very wisely Panathinaikos Esports is throwing their bot lane to go towards top lane, but now they're going to swap again. Let's see what they're gonna opt to do. Braum is gonna find him a cow right then.
But he's just gonna throw out his usual slow and be like,
maybe
I don't
not.
think you want to take this fight. Yeah, especially when you don't really know where everybody else is, especially where that Jarvan is. But he is going to be by the red buff. Like you said, the good old Shelly now, Rift Herald is up. And that is a very strong objective. Because if you can get that and continue to force in Gangplank at the top there, use it, you could actually push almost all the way to the inhibitor before they respond. Because, you know, your mid tower is gone. You're not really too far out there. And you have all this lane swap going on. He's just having fun. Plenty of fun right there.
Jarvan has just arrived and they found Hecarim. How is he going to get out of there? I'm not sure. He might have to flash that. There we go. He does pop the flash because his team was so far away. Tristana was heading bot lane and the Jace is going to be cornering the Gangplank again. 1 shot, 2 shots, flash, shot blast. Is he going to be diving? He is going to dive that Gangplank. Gangplank is going to be going down. Yes, he is. He grabs his last coin. Tristana is there to fight that Jace. The Jace returns, but he goes down to the Tristana. 1 for 1.
Was very scary as a Tristana, because now if Jace manages to get off the right combo, he can probably pop you before you're able to really do too much. So we saw that. And look at the Rift Herald is going to be going down. Here comes the ultimate there from Azir coming out. There comes the ultimate from Hecarim once again. But look at all this knockup. Look at all the damage coming out there. And this is just a complete brawl there in the background. You see the Ignite going onto Braum, taking him out. And
Lucian is running for the hills right now.
Lucian is running for his life. But out comes the Gangplank ultimate, not too good, but here comes Tristana jumping over the wall, doing a bit of damage. Lucian should know he's definitely going down there, and that's going to be the team ace right there. And now look how they can just push these objectives in so early on in the game. Only 15 minutes, well, 16 minutes right now.
15-minute ace for Team Plague Black. That is going to boost them a lot. They brought the gold dead even right now, and they do have the Tristana pushing that top lane to hopefully get that outer tower in the top lane. Panathinaikos is sending Jace again on the side lane because they know how strong he is against this Gangplank. And just have a look at the vision of PLG on the map right now.
Oh, there's vision all over the place. Like, just this early on, this is probably one of the most vision intense games I've seen in a while, where, you know, there's just so many wards all around. Look, Hecarim's found 2 and he's busy going to go for the one, going to go for the next one. So it's a vision game. But now look how shoved in this mid lane is, just forcing Lucian to, you know, farm a bit and try to get the Hecarim from the side. I don't think he's going to make too much of a play there because they don't have too much vision.
Blue buff and he's all alone though, and he's getting surrounded. He is gonna be flashing out. Colin is gonna be going down. Hecarim is in a lot of trouble. Beautiful ultimate by the Azir, so nobody can jump over. Alistar is going to flash away, but Javan is right there. Flash on the Hecarim and kill for the Javan. And they are chasing the Kassadin right now. Beautiful barrel by the Gangplank. One is gonna go down for him. And here comes the Azirs joining, and the Jason, the Gangplank, is gonna go down. The Alistar is gonna go down, and the Kassadin is gonna go down. 4-1 this time for the side of Panathinaikos Esports. What a game we have started. Oh my god, this game is going again kill for kill. That was almost an ace for Panathinaikos Esports. And we, like, literally 2 minutes ago, we had an pure ace for Team PLG. What is going on? We have 23 kills in 17 minutes.
We could actually almost see an inhibitor coming over this one, but they are going to be up, so you're going to get this tower, you know, play it smart, play it safe, get back, they have a look. But a lot of that fight came down to, they saw Tristana at the bottom, and they were like,
Tristana has vision on to the Jace right there, but I'm not sure she wants to be jumping there. Yes, it's going to opt not to.
Yeah, that's not a fight you want to take, especially teammates are backing, but they are around, so you can quickly cancel that and, you know, turn and take out Tristana. So, bit risky, not something you want to play, but this Jace right now is such a crucial pick, but the problem is you need him to stay alive a lot longer or push him in the side lanes to keep, you know, Tristana from pushing in the bot lane. So, Jace has been a strong pick, but you saw the damage come out from the Gangplank. He's behind, but you know, he's still Gangplank. He's still going to do a lot of damage in these fights, especially if he's allowed to get barrels off or corner people with his ultimate.
Herald is going to be popped on the bot side of the map. This is why Azir and Javan are pushing together the same wave. But Gangplank is a Gangplank, and he does have his 24s completed. But on the other side, there is a Jace that's sitting with 60 CS ahead. 6, 2, and 3. 2.5 items into the game versus 1.
It's...
Oh, they're gonna knock on the front door. Oh my god, the Tristana is gonna go down. No, yes! Javan is gonna follow with the Catalyst, but now he's in no man's land, and he's gonna go down. He's gonna go down eventually, but the Cassidy is gonna drop also. Now Alistar is cornered by everyone. Azir soldiers are gonna go in. Is he gonna be going down? Yes, he is, to Lucian, and we only have Gangplank and Hecarim alive. Can they defend the tier 3 tower and their inhibitor is the question. They're gonna be down onto the Hecarim. The Azir ultimate is gonna be going down. Ultimate back by the Hecarim. Now they're chasing onto the Gangplank. One shot is gonna be going down from the... Oh my god, the Lucian was so close.
Heal there, so he is gonna get away. And now you see them just pushing this inhibitor now, and that's a perfect objective play. They almost caught out the Hecarim right there. That was a perfect play from Azir right, going into that. But, you know, Hecarim got away, and they got away, but they did lose an inhibitor in the bot lane.
Yeah, but wait a minute. 3 minutes ago, Panathinaikos Esports and PLG were literally dead even in gold. Power is right now 6k ahead, going for an Infernal Drake. Alistar is going to be walking into the wrong territory. He is going to be popping the knockup, but he is in no man's land. He's going to be going down. Hecarim is going to be jumping in. I think that was very wrong of him. Hecarim is going to be going down shortly. No, he's going to run away, but Kassadin and Gangplank are going to be going down. And that is turning a little bit into a bait game. Baiting them into the fog of war and picking them all apart one by one.
Look, Alistar's tanky, but when you're Alistar's alone, when he's alone versus 4 people, and then, you know, you can't really do too much. He's just going to push up there, and then you even saw Hecarim jumping in to be like, can we do something? And obviously not. So it's a bit of a risky play going to try to do something, and also perfect bait around the objective there. So who knows what we might start to see around the Baron area. Especially the way this team's played so far.
I mean, there's only so much damage you can face tank as a support, and especially when you're a support that really needs their ultimate to be super tanky in the games.
That's like engaging a little bit without, you know, knowing the exact situation. Like, you see the vision was cleared very strongly and down there, so they knew what they were trying to do there. But Kassadin? Just being Kassadin.
He's gonna get caught there. No, the third proc is not gonna be The
Yeah,
third
he's
hit
just
is
gonna
not
get
going
out
to be
there
proccing
safe.
on the Kassadin, I'm sorry. And we are going to have Power Esports hitting on the top door this time of PLG. They do want that inhibitor tower as well as the inhibitor. Hecarim is going to be engaging, Alistar is going to be engaging, the Gangplank ultimate is going to be going down, Kassadin is going to be jumping on the back lines, but he is going to be going down, same as the Braum. Calling is being popped by the Lucian while running backwards, and look at these minions on the bottom map of PLG. They are pressuring these Nexus towers, and Power says, you know what, we're just gonna turn for the Baron instead, because these minions are pressuring and they can't leave their base, and if they do, well, look what happens then.
Oh, like that's a very smart play from them. It's like either we could go for this top tower, but we could actually let the minions do the work,
Baron
force
is
two
up
of you
and
to go
Hecarim
back,
is
and Baron
around.
is up. But
They
Hecarim,
are
is he
so
gonna be able to
low.
get there?
They are so low. Alistar is going to be trying to go in. Hecarim is going in. Azir is going to be taking the Baron, and Hecarim is going to be going down to Lucian. Alistar is right there and alive. Tristana is also. She's going to be throwing back the Jace, and she's going to be jumping in. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Jace's going to be flashing away. Azir is going to be flashing away. She's going to get the double kill, but he has to run away from the Javan. Gangplank is right there to back her up, and Lucian is on the side as well. But they're going to choose to back off.
Not only from the Tristana, but like the Gangplank right there, you don't want to be chasing a Gangplank, especially when he has barrels set up in the bush. So that's very smart of them to just, you know, say, well, let's just give up what's happening here. Let's fall back to our lanes. But look back there in the base right there. The minions are really just having a go at these towers. And Tristana, you know, she's forced to go back once again. And Gangplank is also going to be forcing out the top lane just to make sure that they don't try and push an objective if they get a pick or anything like that.
8k ahead right now for Power Esports, and if it was easy enough for them to knock on the towers of PLG, now with the Baron buff, it's going to be even more easy for them. So we are going to see them going towards the mid lane and pushing that wave, as he is going to be heading towards his blue buff and probably trying to push the top wave before they choose to knock on that middle or top inhibitor tower. Jace is going to be going into his journey of trying to break the base where it's already broken and get into those Nexus towers. So let's see where is the next fight that Power Esports is going to be choosing to take.
Yeah, the next fight, if they choose to take it in the next, 10 or so seconds, they won't really have Jace, because Jace is just pushing on the base. So the question is, do you all just try and get away from the fight and try to protect your base, or are you going to let Jace push it in? But you see,
got
look how much...
5 men there for a red buff.
Meanwhile, you have one, just Jace for the blue buff in the bot lane, and Hecarim looks like he was going to chase, but not too much, just going to defend the base a little bit more, be a little bit more aware of where, this Jace is positioning himself, or where the team is, because Vision right now is just getting cleared all over the place.
There's barrels everywhere, there's zombie wards everywhere, and they are going to opt to go for the top lane tower again. Let's see how they're going to be engaged. Oh my god, the dish is going to be popped on the side by the Tristana. Gangplank ultimate is going to be going down. Hecarim is going to be going down with it as well. Calling is going to be popped, and Kassadin is going to be jumping into the fight. Lucian is going to be going down, and now the Braum is left in no man's land, and he's going to be going down as well. Kassadin is changed, he's that Azir, but the soldiers are going to take them down together with the Javan, and now the chase begins. Or are they going to give up on it? They're not giving up on it. They actually want to push that wave and try to delay the backs.
But you got to be careful. Look at the base.
Exactly.
Look at that base as they're pinging it.
But so many minions are knocking on that inhibitor. What is going on? Javan is going to be waiting into the bush. Flash from the Gangplank. Flag and drag away. But Tristana is there, and they're both going to be going down. Azir and Javan ace for PLG. And Hecarim is right back up to defend that inhibitor.
That's going to buy them a lot of time, especially in this matchup. Now we're heading into the 25th minute.
Here is the
Here comes the
chase.
teleport.
And here
And he
comes
can
the
1v1
other
him,
TP.
but here comes the other teleport to just be a bit more revengeful. So he is going to back away. Here comes Kassadin chasing him. They shouldn't really go too much for this. Jace is quite fast and does a lot of damage.
Hecarim
So
is
he could
faster
turn at any
though.
moment.
Hecarim is going to be going down first to the Jace. The Gangplank has been called into action. He does have a Guardian Angel, which is going to be popped right now. Kassadin is running away. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Gangplank is going to be trying to kill him right there with the Alistar, and Alistar is going to be claiming this kill. 4 people were needed to take down this Jace.
Well, like if Alistar wasn't there, that could have been a double kill.
Oh, there
right
was a
off the
chance,
bat.
yeah.
That was a lot of damage Jace managed to put out, and Alistar manages to stop his combo in a track, so he's not able to dish out that burst damage. But that is a good saving grace for the team, just now that they pushed out bot at the same time while getting the kill onto Jace. So now they can kind of protect the inhibitor, but there is a ward there, so You could see him try and make, a play like that later on in the game if they go back and reward that. So it's very risky to do that. It's not something you want to just easily give a kill away to a team that's now slowly clawing their way back into the game. Look at the gold lead is starting to get closer. It's only about 5k behind, so...
I want to mention something though at this point of the game, while Brom is going to be getting engaged by the Hecarim and the Alistar, and the Kassadin is coming down as well. Lucian is going to be there, Hecarim is going to be ulted in. Is the Brom going to be going down? He's going to get pulled back, and now they're turning onto the Hecarim. But on the other side of the map, the Javan is going down. The Hecarim is going to go down in the end as well to the Hecarim, and now they're turning their backs onto the Alistar. Calling is going to go down. The Alistar is going to die, and now they're chasing that Tristanus is gonna pop the plant and jump on the other side, but they're also low except the Kassadin. The Kassadin is gonna be getting caught into the shock blast, and the chase begins. They know they're there and they want them dead. Azir
and they can cut them off at the base.
Lucian versus Tristana, who is going to be winning. The Guardian Elite is going to be getting popped, but the Brom is going to join the Lucian, so the Tristana has no chance right there of getting any kills. Q is going to be popped onto the Tristana, is going to get popped by the Lucian on the other side. Cassidy is going to be going down as well as the Gangplank. Another ace for POW Esports. Explain to me what is going on. We're seeing ace from one team, then ace from the other, then ace again from the other team. Whew. We have started very well today. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, like that's back and forth, and now the gold leads come.
We have lost Ghost Star there for a minute. I think maybe there's something wrong with his connection. Like he's
actually feeling a bit confident.
Oh, there we go. We got you again. We lost you there for a second. We didn't hear your whole sentence. So if you wouldn't mind,
nice.
If you wouldn't mind repeating for us, but now they are.
I'm just going to say, yeah, I was just talking about, them pressuring this mid tower and taking the inhibitor. Is just they're going to feel a lot more confident.
But I'm not sure how easy he can flank into 5 people. Alista is going to be going down to 5 men from POW Esports. Not sure how that was like a great engage for them. You can see now how the barrels are heading. Kassadin's going to be jumping in. Beautiful ultimate by the Azir to throw everybody away and flash just so he can stay alive. By the Hecarim is coming from the back. Beautiful EQ by the Azir. The Brom ultimate is going to be going down, and the culling from the Lucian to throw everybody in the low depths of HP. And we're going to be calling it a day here. Everybody's backing off. We cannot hear you again. We might have a little slight problem. But let's see. Oh my god, the Tristana is going to be jumping in to kill the Javan. But what she didn't know is that the Lucian is right there, and he is going to be claiming the kill. Pings on the Baron are going to drop. POW Esports going to go straight for that Baron that has just spawned. What is going on? The Hecarim is going to be taking his bot side jungle, so he's not going to be really there for that Baron. Let's see if he's going to be fast enough to join them and maybe try for a steal.
Well, Hecarim's pretty fast.
Oh, here we go. We can hear you again. So they have started the Baron right now. So Hecarim has not yet moved from the base, and that Baron is very securely going to go down to the Javan. So I'm not sure what that was sitting in the base for the Hecarim.
I think that's just, they couldn't really do too much around of that. So they just decided, we might as well just, let Hecarim do his thing. But I don't know, there's objectives up on the map. You want to start be contesting. You don't want to be stuck in this base because you can't really mount a comeback when, the team's always at your door and forcing kills and then just going back on the map and then taking objectives. Like, there's no way to really get back into the game if you let them do that. And with Hecarim to defend the base, it's not like they could go for a, a nice steal or something.
So 11-12 right now, K ahead. Well, pretty much 11 again. 11k ahead. There we go. Full POW Esports. Let's see if PLG can make their last stand. It is most likely that POW Esports is going to opt to go for that mid lane inhibitor that is open and free for taking, since they do have 5 men Baroned up and ready to go. That Jace is going to be having the teleport if he needs to join them any faster than he is right now. And the Hecarim is lurking on the side lanes, but he is going to jump away, flag and drag from the Javan, and he's going to force him away even faster.
I like how fast that pony is just getting away, but they are going to be pushing on this inhibitor, and there's not much they can do. They don't, compared to, the Javan and the Zia combo that they have for this team fight, especially with the Braum, there's not much you can do. You don't have much engage besides, Alistair putting up the tank and running straight in head first.
So we do see Power Esports right now. They are going to go for the top wave and see if they have to make a last stand. PLG have to make it now on that last inhibitor tower before he goes down. Hecarim is waiting on that base for that speed boost, and here he comes really fast. Alistar is trying to make an engage. He's gonna be going in with the ultimate, Azir ultimate to throw everybody back. Is that Azir gonna be going down? In the end, he is gonna go down to the Tristana, but Jace has killed the Hecarim, and they are onto that Tristana. The Tristana is gonna be going down as well. Lucian has been dancing around, but he goes down to the Gangplank, and now they are onto the Gaston. Triple kill for the Jace. Guardian Angel is gonna be popped for the Gangplank. He's gonna be trying to run away. Quadra kill for that Jace. 14, 5, and 13. 267 CS. Thank you very much for that Jace speak. He's gonna be saying, first next star goes down, second next star goes down, and the victory is gonna be going to POW Esports. Good game, well played for POW Esports, and good game also to Team Plague Black. Whew! Oh my
Wow.
god, was that a back and forth game?
I think you beat me this time.
Maybe.
But I just have to say that Jace pick just completely broke the game in early time. So that just put them ahead already. So there was a lot of back and forth, but Jace being so powerful, it came down to once, you know, they didn't even pop two of the Guardian Angels in that last fight. So team fights, not the best thing you want to get into, especially when you're against a Braum, you know, and the Jarvan jumping in, and then there's years there. So team composition advantage really showed off this time.
It was just so hard. Like, both teams had the chances to come back when they were behind. Like, one team was having an ace after the other team, and then somehow PLG fell so far behind with their damage when that Jace started entering these fights for Power Esports, and that Gangplank, you could see that the difference of damage that these two top laners could give into a team fight, which it made it completely clear who had the upper hand on that damage, and it was Power Esports specifically because of that Jace. So any last thoughts?
Don't pick Gangplank into Jace. Definitely not one of the matchups you want to go into, but like they played I just have to say they played the perfect team composition for the style. You know, the split pushing was there for Jace. Then they had the team fight competition there for Jarvan and then Azir. They had the perfect picks going into this. So if they didn't close it out in the early game going against those picks, that's going to give them the game. And as we saw, that was such a powerful, you know, team fight orientated team.
Okay, then you heard it. Make sure you take part in our giveaway before we go into our small break. Exclamation mark giveaway in the chat, and then you can see the link where you can go and do the steps and take part in the amazing giveaway. We're giving away a beautiful chair, so go check it out, and a lot of vouchers. So make sure you go exclamation mark giveaway, and we will be back very, very, very shortly with our next game, so stay tuned.